excited. I got ready with you guys this morning. Thanks for the 70 minutes of getting ready with me. I am done. I got 12 hours to work today. Got my skin. How's my skin looking? I am loving it. It is sun-kissed right now, but I have the nicest moisturizer on. But my commute is all red. Let me show you. Look at this traffic, y'all. It's going nowhere. Nowhere fast. Nowhere fast. But it's okay, because we're going to chill. I was listening to the radio, but I had to turn it off because I was talking to y'all. But come on here. I cannot answer any questions, but I do want to just take you guys along on my commute. This looks like I'm going to be 6 minutes late for work. It says I'm going to pull into the parking lot 6 minutes late. Not good at all. But traffic, I mean, you live in a city, traffic is traffic. Ain't too much you can do about the traffic thing, right? Not too much you can do about the traffic thing. So we're going to go in and get in here and get to work. 12 hours is going to go by so fast. So the skin, what is your skin routine, you guys? Because I am loving this new skin routine I've been using a L'Oreal moisturizer, and it is fabulous. I'm just looking at it in the sun. Wow, it's got my skin just glistening. Finished drinking my brain food. I drink this stuff called gray matter. Definitely working. I have the energy, no brain fog, creativity through the roof. Traffic's moving, but slowly. I'm doing about 30 miles, which is not bad, because traffic, y'all, is a hot mess. I need to clean my glasses. I got fingerprints all over my glasses. Oh, we stopped again. This is the commute, y'all, and these cars on the side. This lane merges over here, but it's always people just flying up. I usually am not in this lane, but it was so much traffic I couldn't get over, so I just stayed here. But the people just fly up like it's somebody behind me, and my car is on auto drive, so it's not gonna go fast and speed up. So it drives very safe when you put it on auto drive. So the cars fly by me, and my car then slows down because it senses a car on the side of me, and it keeps a good length in between other cars. So I do like that. But yeah, I got the L'Oreal moisturizer. So on my commute to work, it's usually at least an hour. That's no accidents, no rain. Kids are back in school now, but I don't care how far you have to drive. My day is going great. You guys were with me for 70 minutes getting ready for work, and it went well. I got my hair done. I got my skin done. My scrubs are freshly laundered, and pressed, and I am getting on to work these 12 hours. How many hours do you guys work? Who works 12-hour shifts out there? I absolutely love doing 12-hour shifts because I get most of my hours in, and I don't have to be at the job 5 days a week. Oh no, I do not have to be at the job 5 days. I do not want to be somewhere 5 days a week. I did a job early in my career. I managed a urology imaging center, CTs, x-rays. Oh my goodness. Traffic was horrible going there too, but I worked 5 days a week, 8 hours. It was a sweet job. I got paid really well. Great place to work. Everybody was so nice. And I just couldn't do the 5 days. And they couldn't believe I quit. Like every time I tried to quit, they would give me more money. They were like, if you want to, we can't change you from 5 days, but you can figure out something. Maybe you could come in a little later. They were willing to move the schedule around. I did it for a few years, and I was just like, this is cutting into me and my husband like to travel. We like to travel, so it was cutting into my travel. So I was like, yeah, nah, I'm sorry. We like to travel. My husband and I have been to, can you guess how many countries we've been to? We've been married 24 years this year. And I wonder if you guys could guess how many countries we've been to. Whoa, this traffic just jammed up. What is going on? But traffic is always bad. I'm gonna tell you, it's an hour minimum to get to work, and I'm gonna be late. 5 minutes late pulling into the parking lot. And that's just pulling in. I still gotta get out, put my shoes on, because I don't drive with my hospital shoes. I got flip flops on. So I have to drive with flip flops on because I do not want those nasty shoes touching my pedals and all that kind of stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't really like to wear shoes anyway. I do not like to wear shoes. So I don't drive with, I drive with my flip flops. So right now my car is driving itself. So I'm just monitoring it. But it's staying alert. But we doing about 25 miles and then it stops. And then we have to just sit there and then it clears up. And then the most I've done is 30 miles here. My car is going 30 miles. That's about it. I don't do all that switching lanes and stuff because none of the lanes are moving. So it's going to be an hour regardless. Oh, now it says I'm going to be 4 minutes late. So I'll probably get there right at the time I'm supposed to be there. I'll probably get there right at that time. But y'all, I've been using a new moisturizer and I am loving it. Oh my goodness. It's got my skin just shining, shining, shining. It's really nice. It's good to use good quality products on your skin too. So yeah, my commute is pretty good. An hour is good for where I live. I know that might sound terrible to some people, but an hour is like, oh yeah, oh you only drive an hour to work? Oh, that's not bad. Some people drive more, and depending on the amount of accidents, and I have a HOV pass. I didn't know all this time for the last year I could have been driving for free in the HOV lane, but this is the only thing. I had a HOV pass with my other car, and it was a gas car. I didn't know electric cars get the HOV lane free. I didn't have to pay for it for the last year, but I already had it, so I don't think. Oh, I forgot my water bottle. Oh, doggone it. I'm gonna have to use this, rinse this out and use that for water. I usually bring a big water thing to work. I saw it and totally left it right there. And I looked at it and said, you should probably grab that, but I wasn't thinking why I should grab it. Because I don't work every day. I work 3 12-hour shifts, or I just work 2 12 hours a week. This week, they asked me to pick up 2 more shifts. I think it was on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I already had things to do. So I could not do that. So now I'm getting on another interstate. So to get to this job, and I work at different places too. So to get to this job, I take 2 interstates. But it just depends. I'm gonna tell you where I live, people can't drive. And it's because people just can't drive. I am a patient driver, but I am a very cautious driver as well. I used to drive trucks. So I am very respectful of tractor trailers and trucks. Like this guy got over trying to beat the tractor trailer, and then he decides he wants to get back over, but I was already in the lane. Like people do not drive and are not aware of what is around them. You have to drive for other people as well as yourself. But you're not going to win against a tractor trailer. I'm going to just tell you that now. But I have a CDL. That's what, I don't know if you guys follow me, but that's what I did before I had a Harris. Okay, so this is a little story about me. On this commute, let me tell you a little bit about me so that way you can understand why I create content about radiology. Because I knew nothing about it. I did not know that there was a job out there where people took pictures of the insides of someone to figure out why they're having abdominal pain, why they broke a bone, cancer, different things like that. I didn't know. You just assume they're nurses or doctors, right? That's what most of the time we assume. Well, that's not true. Just like you have specialties and doctors, you have specialists that work in different other avenues of healthcare. Medical imaging and radiology is no different. We have over a dozen opportunities and career pathways within our profession. Some of us don't even know that. So part of my content is not only to educate the public about what we do, it's to also educate us in this profession of imaging that you don't have to be pigeonholed into what you think, which is just taking pictures of patients, working bedside. We can work in Epic. We can be data analysts for Epic, not just nurses. Like, I don't think the way AI is going, y'all, many of you who work in imaging, if you think it is a dead end job or you only have to work with patients, you are shortchanging yourself. because the days of long ago where people only want to hire nurses for informatics, nurses for Epic, they're gone. There are facilities that want you to have an imaging background, and they will hire you over a nurse or anybody else with an IT background. Why? Because they know your value of your knowledge about imaging, whether you know your knowledge. And that is why I make sure I try to be positive and help people to try to get out of this mindset of there's no growth in medical imaging. I should have went to school for nursing. Okay, if that's what you think, but you're shortchanging yourself. And I'm telling you, I talk to people who are in these big conferences with these corporations, and they're looking for people that are in imaging. I'm telling y'all the truth. I just did a now I'm on a new interstate, so I want to eventually get to the HOV lane. So give me 1 second. I got a half a mile to do that. So I'm in no rush. I just got the sun facing me in this direction. Always use my blinker. 3 of my twin cars are behind me. So now I'm in the fast lane, but I'm going to get over to the HOV lane. And this is like straight going. But I still use the HOV lane just because I paid for it. So I'm going to get my money out of my tolls. But also, sometimes people move in and out of these lanes over here. And people can't drive. I don't have to worry about people jumping in and out in front of me over in the HOV lane. So for me, it's less chance of somebody hitting me, less chance of me getting into an accident is just getting over to the HOV lane. I'm gonna tell you, it's just better for me. Some people say, well, I rack up the toll. I already paid for the toll. The toll is already paid for. So, okay. So when it comes to medical imaging, I started out all through high school doing hair. I was a cosmetologist before I even went to school for it. I did hair. I had my own hair salon. My mother had so much faith in me that she turned her garage into a hair salon for me and my sister because I had that much clientele. In high school, after school, so I did hair in high school, Thursday evenings after school. And then Fridays after school, I was booked until about midnight. And then Saturday, Sunday. But I had my own hair salon in my house, in my garage. My mom renovated the garage and we built our own salon. I even went to an auction. I'm going to tell you, this was like no kitchen cosmetology, y'all. I had a full-fledged salon. And I don't play about that. I believe that you learn a skill and you get good at it. And that's what I did. And I did that all through high school. And I wound up going to school for cosmetology against my mother's wishes. She felt like it was a good thing for me to know and do, and I made good money. But long term, she knew it would not be sustainable for me because I like to travel. I like to move and go. And when you build a clientele in cosmetology, you can't move because your clientele is right there. If you move, you got to start over. And what happened was I moved to another state. I wanted to get out of the state I had been in, and I had to build my clientele all over again. It was a slow start, but it was quick. But it was slow. Coming from having a clientele that I had since high school, to starting from ground zero in a small little town was very hard. But I did. I built it up, but then I got ill, and I couldn't do hair anymore because my wrist. I got really bad. I want to say carpal tunnel, but I don't think that's what they diagnosed it with. But I couldn't hold the Marcel irons. So those curling irons, I couldn't hold it. My fingers would cramp up and seize up because of repetitively doing all of that for many years. And so I couldn't do hair anymore. And the chemicals of the color and the perm, I would be talking and all of a sudden I would just start coughing and choking. Like it messed up my little lungs, I think. But I'm fine now. But I don't, that's why I don't really even go into hair salons that much. I don't go into nail shops that have all that acrylic and stuff. I might get my nails done every blue moon, but I don't really do all that because I can't take out the smells. Those chemicals and stuff like that really bother me. So that's how I got out of doing hair. I always kept taking classes though, even though I had a cosmetology license. I knew I wanted to get my degree. I just didn't know in what. I didn't per se have a plan of what I would get my degree in. Um, but because I got accepted to a HBCU, which is a historically black college, but I chose to go for cosmetology. My mom was so mad. My mom was so mad, but I saw it. I was making good money, and it was a career, and I went to school for it. But my teachers and my mom was mad. But I redeemed myself, y'all. I redeemed myself. My teacher would not talk to me. She was so mad when I turned it down. I was like, no, I'm going to go for cosmetology. That lady was so mad at me. I saw her years later in the grocery store. She wouldn't talk to me. I was like, hey, it's my life. Get a grip, lady. My goodness. But maybe she sees me now and she goes, okay, you turned it around and made a good decision. You made good decisions. It wasn't a bad decision to go to cosmetology school. I don't think. I did just fine. I don't think it was a bad decision. But, it taught me that it's okay to follow your path and your dream. It doesn't mean you're a failure. And I got to see making my own decisions where it led me. And I never suffered. I never was broke. I never was without. I still took college classes, even working as a hairstylist. And back then they didn't have online classes. So I would drive 2 days a week and take classes, get all my core classes done. Because I knew at some point I would go back and get a degree. I just didn't know in what. So I was like, okay. So I went on and decided after I got sick, let me go to respiratory therapy school. The counselor at the college was like, oh, yeah, our program is great. You should come into this. And so I did. They let you shadow to make sure this is what you want to do. And y'all, I'm so thankful those people had me shadow because I had never worked in healthcare before. I did not have a clue what it meant to work in healthcare. I love people. I'm good with people. So I was like, oh, I got this. I can do this. I couldn't do it. I could not be a respiratory therapist. And I learned that very quickly. I passed out. Passed out. They had to get me up off the floor. I can't take mucus and respiratory therapy. They clean out trachs. They help people breathe. They deal with anything breathing, y'all. And it was rough. Okay, I'm in a red light. Let me see. I'm almost at work. Um, My manager wants me to take armored certification, but I am worried about the quality of my education and how will be accepted my peers, plus potential pay. I work with armored tech, one or two. I work with two of them. If you go to a program that follows the ARRT curriculum, if that's what your job is going to pay for, if they're going to pay for you at an armored program where you can only sit for the armored initially, go for it if they're going to pay for it. I would make sure the school you choose, see if they also follow the ARRT curriculum. So that way you can sit for not only the armored, you can sit for the ARRT as well and have both of them. That's what I would do. I know a girl that did that. She went to some program in California. I don't know. She moved out here from California and she couldn't get a job at a hospital without the ARRT. So what she did was she went on and studied and took the ART exam. So I'm not sure what program she went to that allowed her to do that, but you got to make sure your MRI program follows the ARRT curriculum. So then you can also take the ART. But I, I'm going to say if your job will pay for it, but that is very smart of you to say, now, what are my options if I only have armor? Now, I want to know, are you a rad tech as well? Are you a radiology technologist as well? Because if you are, why not take a program that's not just, I'm trying to find a spot that don't have a lot of sun, but I think everybody took all the spots with shade. So if you have a program, if you're a rad tech, find an MRI program that's more than just armored. Let's see. So I'm late for work by 3 minutes. So y'all, I gotta child. Some of y'all with these comments, uh, y'all just having a bad day. Don't worry about these negative people. Some people just want to be mean because because they're not happy. I'm gonna tell you now, I don't pay no attention to people. Don't let these people get to y'all. This is a beautiful day. I'm having a great day. I got a job. My bills are paid. And I am happy. And I look good too. So don't let people's negativity try to rub off on you. Let them keep having a bad day, y'all. So I'm going to go to the back of my car and put my shoes on, because remember I told y'all I don't drive with my hospital shoes. But first, I've got to put this let's see, trying to make sure I show y'all stay live. Okay, so I got to put this up because it gets hot. It gets hot, 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 and I got to make sure that this car stays cool, because when I come back out for lunch, I want to make sure. But yeah, if you follow me, you know I do not pay attention because they are miserable, miserable, miserable. But y'all stay happy, okay? So let's go in. I got my badge. Yep. Got to put on deodorant. Got to put on deodorant. I don't know. Do y'all use Native? I love Native. I love Native. Okay. So got my lunch. Got that. And now I need to go put on my shoes. So let's go put on my shoes. Let's go put these shoes on. This is important. Oh, I forgot my socks. I took them inside the house. I don't have no socks today, y'all. My bad. Let's see if I got some lotion. But, oh my goodness, I do not have any socks. This is funny. Oh, oh well. No socks. So, oh my goodness, I can't believe I have no socks. I took my socks in over the weekend and my shoes because this is my first day back working in the hospital. Oh, my feet ashy too. I got a little in my bag. I just gotta find it. But yes, got my shoes on. Got my bag. Get my head on my thing. Let's close that up. And at lunch, I got to drop my books off because y'all know I wrote a children's book. So at lunch, I've got to go and let's get out this car and go to work. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go in. I'm walking in, but I could take y'all all the way to the door until I badge in. So right now I'm 7 minutes late. So told y'all I would get here like 4 minutes late, and then I would have to put my shoes on. Oh, there was a spot under the trees. I could have parked under the tree over there and not been in the sun, because it's gonna get hot later on today. Not good, not good. But anyway, I'm going back inside. I'm going inside now to start my 12 hours. This is gonna be a fantastic day. Thank you guys for commuting with me to work, and I'll try to come back at lunch. I've never done this before, so thank y'all for just let me in. Thank y'all for supporting me going live. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, and don't let nobody